As you can see right there, this girlfriend tried to audit his boyfriend and somebody resigned. Would you say that person is guilty?
Yeah, boy.
Because Benny Johnson thinks that if Social Security Administration Commissioner Michelle King has resigned following a Doge audit, maybe she is guilty, right? Guilty of what, you might say? Remember the Social Security numbers that I found that people above 100 are getting money? Yeah, that's kind of suspicious if she was the boss of that and allowed this to happen, right? Run! Run! Now Trump found the list. Let's see his opinion.
It's okay to not be okay right now.
Elon is, to me, a patriot. So, you could call him an employee, you could call him a consultant, you could call him whatever you want. But he's a patriot. I mean, look at the kind of things. I just said, just write it down, just in case that question got asked, right? And which I'm surprised it took so long, actually. But you know what? Ukraine's a bigger deal because people are dying by the thousands a week, thousands. But look at this, from 90 to 99, Social Security, 6,054,000 people. Well, that's okay, maybe that's possible. 90 to 99, maybe it's possible. That's a lot of people, though, at that. But people that live to 100 to 109, 4,734,000. Wow, that's a lot. That means over 100 years old. They have 4 million people? I don't know too many. I know people that are doing great in their 90s, but not too many people over 100.
And as you can see, just like my kids, we need eyes on this matter for transparency.
People that are 120 years old up to 129, 3,472,000 people. Wow. That can't possibly be because the record is like, I think it's one person, a woman, lived to 127, but they have 3,472. Okay, but now we're going really in. People from 130 years old to 139 year old, 3,936,000. Wow. I wonder if people are getting paid with all this. I mean, are these checks? And that's what we're checking right now. People from 140 years old to 149 years old, 3,542,000, 140 years old and beyond. Now we're really going because we're looking to break the record by 25 years. People from 150 years old to 159 years old, 1,345,000. These are by the way, these are in the computer files. This is what they do well. They're super. I asked Elon, who are these Doge people? He said they're super brilliant computer people and they love the country. It's simple. Wait a minute. I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please.
Yeah, let them cook. You're preparing already the question without listening.
People from 160 years old to 169 years, 121,000. So 160-year-old people. 170 to 179,000, 6,087. But now, let's go into the real numbers. From 200 to 209 years old, 879 people. From 210 years old, I haven't met any of them. And if I did, I would bless them. I would worship the ground they walk on. 210 to 219 years, 866. From 220 years old to 229 years old, 1,039. And then you have two people. From 240 years old to 249 years old, one person. And there's one person that's 360 years old. That's just that.
So now you have an idea what the heck is happening. Let's see where they're spending it.
$520 million for a consultant on the environment. It's called Environmental, Social, and Governance. Investments in Africa and mobilize private sector resources. $520 million. Somebody got $520 million for an environmental, sounds like an environmental study. I've always been one that paid a lot of money for my environmental studies, but I paid like $50,000, not $520 million. $520 million for ESG.
And people are forgetting the exchange rate of those countries usually benefits if you have dollars. So you could have sent less money anyway and they would have enough. But you sent more. And then many times they don't even know where it was spent. I'm like, that's a little too odd.
I want to see all your money.
Excuse me?
Show me where the money lives.
$25 million to promote biodiversity, conservation, and promote licit livelihoods by developing socially responsible behavior in the country of Colombia. Well, it's nice, $25 million to go into Colombia for something that nobody ever heard of. $40 million to improve the social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants. $40 million. $42 million for Johns Hopkins, great place, to research and drive social and behavior change in Uganda. $42 million. What about us? What about social change in our country? $70 million for a center at Purdue to research university-sourced, evidence-based solutions to developmental challenges. I mean, these are massive numbers on things that nobody ever heard about. $10 million for Mozambique voluntary medical male circumcisions. $10 million for circumcisions in another country. $9.7 million for UC Berkeley to develop a cohort of Cambodian youth with enterprise-driven skills. In other words, let's teach them something about enterprise. What about our people? Can't we teach them about enterprise? $2.3 million for strengthening independent voices in Cambodia. $32 million to the Prague Civil Society Center, which is a very liberal group of people. Wonder how much of that money came back to the people that approved it. $14 million for improving public procurement in Serbia. $486 million to the Consortium for Elections and Political Process Strengthening, including $22 million for inclusive and participatory political process in Moldova, and $21 million for voter turnout in India. Well, why are we giving $21 million to India? They got a lot of money. They're one of the highest taxing countries in the world in terms of us. We can hardly get in there because their tariffs are so high. I have a lot of respect for India. I have a lot of respect for the Prime Minister. He just left, as you know, 2 days ago. But we're giving $21 million for voter turnout. It's voter turnout in India. What about, like, voter turnout here? Oh, we've done that, I guess. We did $500 million, didn't we? It's called the lockboxes. $20 million for fiscal federalism in Nepal. Listen to these numbers. This is all fraud. $19 million for biodiversity conservation in Nepal. $1.5 million for voter confidence. We want to give them confidence in Liberia. $14 million for social cohesion in Mali. $2.5 million for inclusive democracies in South Africa. $47 million for improving learning outcomes in Asia. Asia's doing very well. They're doing a lot better than we do in the schools, aren't they? $2 million to develop sustainable recycling models to increase socioeconomic cohesion among marginalized communities in Kosovo and Eskali and in Egypt.
Ladies and gentlemen, Social Security number of people above 100 is being used still to help fund certain things in another country that you have no idea about. And the fact that certain people sees this and calls it out, immediately people defend it. Oh, so you don't care about the rest? Well, I do care, but why do you need money of people that passed away that we pretend they're living? It's like, why don't you call it out? I don't understand that when people see waste.
We're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars. I could, by the way, I could read this all day long. I could go on all day long, and you'll see hundreds of billions of dollars, and we're doing it. But when I saw the Social Security numbers, I said, wow, that's really something. So we have, let's just go above 100 years old. We have millions and millions of people over 100 years old. Everybody knows that's not so. We have a very corrupt country, and it's a sad thing to say, but we're figuring it out.
How can you send money to more than 1 million people above 150 years old? It doesn't make any sense. The fact that an alarm doesn't click in certain people in certain parties, I'm like, Yeah, I want to look at you like JD Vance. You sound like a kid.
Who was eating chocolate for breakfast? You or Noah?
Noah.
Noah was? You
Y'all did all that shit by Elon. Talking all that shit about Elon, talking about Elon having y'all down and all that bullshit, like he give a fuck about the negative $3.42 that's in your motherfucking bank account. He don't give a fuck. Y'all did all that shit talking about Elon, but Elon the only motherfucker out this bitch trying to recover the goddamn money that they took from us. He the only motherfucker putting in work, and I'm talking about he running it down. He running that bitch down like a bloodhound. Y'all doing all that motherfucking talking about Elon. Y'all let these motherfucking aristocrats get in y'all head that y'all data is so motherfucking important to Elon because they don't want Elon in their goddamn business. That's what it is. They don't want Elon digging in their shit because they know that they got $100,000 salary, but they net worth is $10 million. How the fuck that work? What you been investing in? Let me know so I can get with the program.
And that's how I became a Democrat.
But y'all doing all that. Don't y'all letting these aristocrats get it in y'all head, but they steady uncovering where the money been fucking going this whole time. They want y'all to get on y'all. They want y'all to get on their side because they know Elon finna figure that shit out. That motherfucker ain't bullshit. Y'all wasn't worried about your data getting breached when Apple had your shit, when Google had your shit, Netflix had your shit. Shut the fuck up. Just shut up. And just enjoy the money that's finna get ready to start coming around. God damn.
Sometimes I believe that certain parties only hire you because you have skeletons in your closet, or they're going to give you skeletons in your closet. And if you like to gaslight people, hey, you're welcome to that party. That's why they don't like Elon's decision.
Don't get me wrong, ako sa kita bong puta fire na mi blonde kush hash purple skunk criollo colombici jam jam turlo que ta verde ta welcome.